Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Since assuming control of WWE's creative direction, Triple H has implemented many noteworthy changes. Every so often, he incorporates a new update, whether it's the establishment of new groups or the alteration of superstars' characters. As a leading group in WWE might be dissolved on Monday Night Raw, the chief content officer could be compelled to make a huge decision. Damage CTRL is the group in issue here. The group's energy has been flat since Asuka and Dakota Kai's ailments forced them to take a back seat. As a duo, Iyo Sky and Kairi Sane haven't made much of a splash. Within the tag team division, they have been embroiled in uninteresting plot points. The response from fans of Iyo, meanwhile, has been absolutely phenomenal. This week, she won a chance to defend her Women's World Championship by competing in a Women's Battle Royal on Raw. After her historic triumph, the Genius of the Sky received a resounding applause from the crowd. There has been an overwhelming desire among WWE fans for the Japanese superstar to go it alone and become a major player on the Red brand. Given the positive feedback Iyo Sky has been getting as of late, Triple H may decide to separate her from Kairi Sane and promote her as a solo artist. On top of that, Damage CTRL's tag team division has been underwhelming as of late. Therefore, WWE might disband the group and provide its members new goals. Additionally, it may set the stage for the Iyo to become the most prominent face of the main brand. At the same time, the creative staff headed by Triple H may give the Pirate Princess a savage heel to bring her persona back to life. Whatever happens to the stable in the future, rumors about Damage CTRL's collapse are just that, speculations. There are a few superstars on the roster whom Triple H clearly holds in high esteem, and Iyo Sky is one of them. Next in line to battle Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship, the Damage CTRL member seems to have big ideas for the game. It took months of dull feuds, but Iyo is back in the championship picture. Is the 34-year-old finally going to get her next major championship on the main roster from WWE? Still, it's not likely to happen very often. The creative team, which is headed by Triple H, may not be planning to declare the Genius of the Sky the Women's World Champion just yet. The reason for this is because WWE has a lot of ground to cover with her babyface persona before they promote her to divisional champion. Before announcing a new champion, the corporation would create an interesting plot and rivalry. As the reigning Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan, in contrast, has been riding high. It is quite improbable that Morgan will soon lose her gold. Therefore, it's possible that Monday Night Raw may have to postpone Iyo Sky's World Championship hopes for a little longer. On Monday Night Raw, Triple H is said to be forced to break up a big group, according to the WWE World. The rumor mill has been cranking up recently, with many wondering whether one of WWE's biggest groups may break apart due to tensions and plot twists. There will probably be a fascinating tale behind Triple H's decision to split a group, given he has a reputation as head of creative for strategic storytelling and character arcs. This article will explore the possible group that might be cut, the reasons why WWE is considering a separation, and the storylines and results that could result from this drastic step. Triple H has done a lot to reinvigorate the faction scene since he became WWE's creative director. Renowned for his penchant for elaborate plots and stable building, he restored the spotlight to long-absent factions. His leadership has brought back the old faction conflicts that wrestling fans adore and added complexity to weekly programming, with teams like the Judgment Day, Imperium, and the Bloodline flourishing. Every faction adds something unique to the show. Judgment Day is all dark and foreboding, Imperium is all discipline and domination, and the Bloodline is all familial drama that keeps viewers engrossed. One of these groups, nevertheless, may be about to collapse, due to rising tensions and power disputes among its members. It seems like Triple H is about to pull the trigger on another big faction split, which would be great for WWE storylines, but would also benefit individual careers. There seems to be the greatest amount of tension and intrigue around the Judgment Day group on Raw, compared to the others. This group has had its fair share of triumphs and scandals, with members such as Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio. Finn Balor and Damian Priest's feud has recently heated up, and the group's cohesion is beginning to crumble. Viewers have picked up on nudges toward animosity between the two, especially when Priest received the Money in the Bank bag. The prospect of Priest cashing in and claiming the WWE Championship has made Balor, who is seeking his own chance at the title, seem more and more bitter. Members of Judgment Day strive for personal glory and supremacy while maintaining the faction's strength, making for some of the most surprising tales in recent months. Factionalism, on the other hand, usually ends when individual goals become more important than collective allegiance. The growing animosity between Priest and Balor gives the impression that treachery is on the horizon, leaving fans to question whether this would be the reason Triple H decides to end the Judgment Day. A split may be just what Balor and Priest need to launch into fresh narratives as individual rivals, given Triple H's fondness for surprising everyone. Judgment Day is a prominent faction, and Triple H may think about disbanding them for a few reasons. One thing to keep in mind is that factions in WWE do not last forever. Legendary stables like DX, Evolution, and The Shield are still cherished today, but they were eventually torn apart while they were at the top, so each member could shine independently. A faction is at its most effective when it can help each member rise to their full potential, yet, when strife inside the group begins to undermine its cohesiveness, it may be time to call it quits. On Judgment Day, WWE may launch significant singles promotions for Finn Balor and Damian Priest. With the Money in the Bank deal, Priest has a chance at the WWE Championship, which would catapult him into the limelight and make him a title contender. Priest would be free to pursue his own goals without being bound to Judgment Day's plot if the band split up. Just as how Balor's career might take a new direction or even form his own group if he competes alone, his career could get a fresh push. Secondly, it's possible that Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley are prepared to explore new avenues with their characters. In instance, the women's section has been under Rhea Ripley's control, and she may use a plotline unrelated to Judgment Day to her advantage. With his newfound notoriety as one of the most hated villains in WWE, Dominic Mysterio has his own unique kind of heat with the fans and might potentially flourish with more autonomy. The impact of a startling betrayal is now understood by Triple H. It would be thrilling for viewers and may set the stage for a strong storyline between Priest and Balor if WWE builds up the animosity between them. Several interesting storylines might unfold if Triple H decides to end Judgment Day. Some possible results are as follows. To solidify Priest's position as a top villain in WWE, they might plan a betrayal where he betrays Balor. This could happen during a championship fight featuring Balor or when Balor is weak. As a result, the two would get embroiled in a high-stakes fight, with the erstwhile comrades facing off in a feud driven by treachery and ambition. Balor has the choice to remain a heel or turn face in reaction to Priest's acts, which would make him a likable character and lay the stage for a beloved comeback narrative for fans. With her unmatched charisma and impressive record of victories in the ring, Rhea Ripley has undoubtedly been Judgment Day's rock. Ripley may seize control, appointing herself leader of Judgment Day and molding the group to her liking if the conflict between Priest and Balor intensifies. In the event that one of the men quits or betrays the other, she has the power to bring in a replacement or make them settle their disputes. In this plot, Ripley has the potential to become a formidable icon in WWE, one who can lead a group and establish her domination in the women's division and beyond. Since being a member of Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio's persona has changed drastically. He may be one of the most booed faction members, but his popularity among fans has shown his star power. When Judgment Day breaks apart, Dominic has options. He may become a leader or join a new group that puts him in the limelight. From this vantage point, he may further cultivate his villain persona and intensify his feud with his father, Rey Mysterio, and other beloved superstars. Eliminating Judgment Day would certainly alter RAW's dynamic, paving the way for new feuds, storylines, and matches. A shocking split between RAW's factions might be just what the company needs, given Triple H's track record of fearlessly shocking the fans. Triple H can breathe new life into the roster and give each wrestler engaged in Judgment Day their own narrative by letting them pursue their own rivalries.